one shot that all point guards must make. They must make this shot. Point guards must make the jump shot on the ball reversal. When the ball is reversed back to you, what's generally happened on a ball reversal? What's happening to the defense?
They're forced to rotate.
The defense is rotating. So if the defense is rotating, you're probably what on a ball reversal?
Open.
You're probably open. Point guards have to make the jump shot on a ball reversal. And I don't care how good of a shooter y'all are, if y'all don't shoot no shots like per game, if the only shot that you shoot is on ball reversal, you got to be ready to knock that shot down every time the ball is reversed to you. Does that make sense? Like, and that's understanding your role, right? I'm gonna get everybody involved, but on that ball reversal, and I know that the defense is not rotating, and I'm open and I'm set, I'm gonna knock that shot down.
Yo, just so you understand it, this is Coach Carvel Bailey's program with the spirit of Bob Hambry. This is Blessed to Ball, helping athletes, and we represent. Study your craft, your mentality leads to excellence. It's all about your mindset. We'll never stop addressing this, so be positive and not a pessimist. Confidence took James Harden higher. If you really want it, it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard as carbon fiber, but we got you. From counseling to workshops, we do it. You'll go farther with a scholarship. We'll help you get recruited. Yo, anyone can dribble and shoot, but it's the ones who study basketball internally that make it to Duke University. Knowledge goes around. The game is played from the neck up and not from the shoulders down. This is Blessed to Ball, helping you with obstacles. The athletes are the rocket. Blessed to Ball is the rocket fuel. If you hit a wall, we can help you slowly climb it. So keep a Mamba mentality like Kobe Bryant. Blessed to Ball. Cherish the opportunities that you have. Blessed to Ball. Use your mentality to master the craft. Blessed to Ball. Come join our team. It's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play. Blessed to Ball. Cherish the opportunities that you have. Blessed to Ball. Use your mentality to master the craft. Blessed to Ball. Come join our team. It's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play. Yo, Coach Carvel Bailey. Hey, listen to your coach, man. He ain't no scrub off the street. That man got credentials, academic and street. Believe it, and my name is strategic.
Hey, how you doing there? This is Coach Carvel Bailey. Welcome to a special episode of Lunch and Learn. Welcome to a special Thanksgiving episode of Lunch and Learn. First and foremost, right? Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. And so that's what we're going to talk about today, right? I got about 15 minutes today. Got about 15 minutes. I want to stay on track. I got my turkey in the oven. Got to go do these greens. Wife downstairs, getting everything together. So I wanted to come and be before you today, before everybody get to eating, get to watching TV, get stuffed and everything. I know you scrolling anyway. So let's get this good education in today. All right. Make sure you let me know what city and state you checking in from. Hey, don't just be the peeker behind the blinds, right? Peeking to get the information. This is interactive, right? This is all interactive. So let me know what city and state that you're checking in from today. Again, I'm in Chicagoland, Illinois, and I am Coach Carvel Bailey. But today, right, what I want to talk about, and you see it scrolling across the bottom of the screen, right, is your athlete thankful, right? Is your athlete thankful? And I want to give you 3 things that I want to make sure that your athlete is thankful for each and every day, especially as a basketball player, right? And part of that thankfulness will get to their focus, right? If we are in, let me preface this by first saying that Thanksgiving is a mindset, not just a Hallmark day, right? Thanksgiving is a mindset, not just a Hallmark day. We should be thankful and grateful each and every day. Each and every day. Those clients in my Hoops Master University program, they know, right? We have gratitude journals, and we write in our gratitude journals, or at least they're supposed to be writing in their gratitude journals each and every day. So being thankful and being grateful is not just one day in November, right? It's each and every day. And if we aren't thankful, if we aren't grateful, then we lose focus. And so that's what I want to talk about today, right? Those three things. And the first thing is your athlete grateful for is, are they grateful to be on a basketball team? All right, whatever that may be, if it's AAU, if it's high school, if it's club, if it's park district, even if it's at the park and they get picked, are they thankful to be part of a team? Because there's a lot of athletes out here, or wannabe athletes, wannabe players, and they're just really playing by themselves. In case you didn't know, excuse me, in each and every school in the country, the best player in the school, most times, is not even on the basketball team. I'm going to say that again. In most schools around the country, that goes for middle school, high school, and college. The best player in that institution is probably not on the basketball team, because there's probably some other things going on in which why they're not on the basketball team. Or maybe they just don't love it like that. But the point that I'm making is your athlete should be thankful to be part of a team. Because what does team do, right? Teams build camaraderie. Teams build community, right? It's a safe space. It helps them grow. It helps them learn from other individuals. When you're part of a team, right, you keep those friends and those relationships ultimately for life. So being part of a team, even in business, you need a team. In order to be successful, you need a team. Nothing great has been accomplished by one person. Therefore, we need a team. So is your athlete grateful to be part of a team? Or are they saying, man, I hate this team, man, this team sucks, man? It's like, they should be thankful. They should be thankful to be on the team, right? That's the first thing. And if they're not thankful to be on the team, then they probably need to sit back and re-examine what they're doing. Because if they don't want to be part of a team, they can just go out to the court and just shoot all by themselves. But other than being part of a team, that's number one. Are they thankful to play? Because everybody on the team doesn't always play. Everybody on the team doesn't play as much as everybody else. So each and every time that your athlete gets the opportunity to play, they should be thankful. There are many athletes. Again, I've had many athletes, and some didn't play. Some played more than others, but some just didn't play. And this is what you as parents should understand, especially in the whole recruitment era and recruitment this landscape. There are certain players on basketball teams because they just get good grades. So they're on the team to help the team's GPA. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a win-win. You're helping the team with the GPA, right? Your athlete is helping the team with the GPA. And the coach and the team is helping your athlete develop some life skills that will carry them well beyond once the ball stops bouncing. But they may not play. So when they do get the opportunity to play, either in practice or in a game, they should definitely be thankful. They should be thankful each and every time they get the opportunity to grab that little orange ball and match it up with that little orange rim. They should be thankful. And they should be grateful that they have the opportunity to do that, because everybody doesn't get that opportunity. So first, they should be thankful and grateful to be part of a team. Two, they should be thankful and grateful to play on that team, regardless how much they play, how little they play. But then the third thing is they should be grateful for abundant opportunities. See, every time an athlete gets on a team and furthermore gets to play the game of basketball, they have opportunities. They have opportunities to create relationships. They have opportunities to create a different level of exposure for themselves. They have opportunities to learn. They have opportunities to grow. They have opportunities, watch this, to fail. They have opportunities to fail. They have opportunities to not get it right. They have opportunities to self-assess themselves. There's an abundant amount of opportunities that they get by playing basketball. And so is your athlete thankful for the opportunity? Like literally, there have been, and this is in college as well as in the pros, we see this often. A team may be up 20. And now guess what? Remember them same individuals that I said don't play, they should be thankful to play? Coaches have called players to get in the game, and there have been players be like, I ain't going in. What? Literally. There have been coaches, this happened on a pro level, on a college level, high school level, because that athlete is not thankful to be part of a team. That athlete is not grateful to be part of a team. That athlete is not thankful or grateful to play. And therefore that opportunity or that athlete squanders the opportunity that they will have. Because again, be thankful to play. If that's 10 seconds or if that's 10 minutes or if that's 10 straight games, be thankful to play. But there are some athletes be like, no, coach, I ain't going in. No, I'm good. That's the beginning of the end for that athlete, because you're not thankful for the opportunity because I did not have to play you. Does that make sense? Like, I hope this is making sense, because so many athletes, right? So many athletes, Nicole, how you doing today? Happy Thanksgiving to you, right? Silva, how you feeling today, right? Happy Thanksgiving to you. So many athletes don't be thankful for the opportunity, or they miss the opportunity because they're not thankful, or they're not grateful for the opportunity. So if I sub you in, even 10 seconds, but because, and this is where you come in as the parent, because you're upset. Because you're upset that your athlete didn't play as many minutes as you thought your athlete should play. Because you're upset. Because you're angry. Because your ego may be so big to now you may feel embarrassed because the other parents' kids are playing. And now your athlete gets in minimal minutes. And so that energy, that mindset, that attitude, those conversations on the long ride home, I don't know why you're on that team. That coach sucks. That coach right there, I don't know why they ain't playing you. Now that seeps into your athlete's head, into your athlete's mindset. Because they're on the team. They come to practice because they want to play. They want the opportunity, but now when they get the opportunity, they don't want it. Because some of those things have permeated from your mind to their mind. And now they like, no, I ain't doing it. But each and every time they have an opportunity, they should take advantage of it. Right? Because in all opportunities may not be the best opportunity, but is it a good opportunity? Does that make sense? You may not have the best opportunity. They may not be able to play in front of all the coaches. They may not be able to play in front of all the talent. But if they have the opportunity, then they can build on the opportunity. So is your athlete thankful and grateful for the opportunity to play this game, as well as the opportunity, the abundance of opportunities that this game holds for those people that play it and or coach it, or just are part of the game, right? So those are like three things that I really, really want you to focus on, right? Those are really three things that I want you to focus on and help your athlete focus on. Are they thankful and grateful to be on a team, to play on a team, and for the opportunity that they get by being a basketball player? And so that brings me, right? I'm in overtime now, right? 15 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm in overtime now. I'm about to close this out. But now, if they're not thankful, if they're not grateful of those three basic things, what are they focusing on? What are they focusing on? If they're not focusing on being thankful and grateful for being on a team, being able to play, and then having abundant opportunities, where's their focus? Obviously, their focus is not on the things that they should be focusing on. And this is why, as I close, I'll bring you to these key points. If they're not focused, they're distracted. If it's in the classroom, if it's on the court, if they're not focused, then they're distracted. Does that make sense? Right? And now focus comes in many different ways, or many different, let's say, millimeters. There's fog lights, as my mentor once told me and shared with me. There's fog lights. If you're driving in a foggy area, right, cut them fog lights on, that focus is going to widen so that you can see a lot of things that you may not be able to see. That focus is there. And that's good. But sometimes that focus there, it causes you to maybe get distracted because now it's a wider lens, right? If I was to change my camera right now to my HD, right, and my wide lens camera, right, it's wider. Does that make sense? Right? It's much wider. See my weight jacket right there, right? About to go get me a workout in. But it's wider. But sometimes they need to go from fog lights to laser. That laser beam is focused on one thing. Sometimes your athletes may be focused on too many things at one time. And that causes them to be distracted. Does that make sense? Because they have those fog lights, they may be focused, but they're focusing on who's in the stands, who's on the bench, what am I doing right, if I'm going to play, what are the plays, right? They're focusing on too many things. And so they're distracted. What your athlete may need is that laser focus to beam right in on what they need to do. And so I just heard somebody talk about it, right? Coach here in Chicago, he's now in Texas, right? Coach Edgecombe, he talked about coaches sitting and benching players for one or two mistakes. Well, let me ask you this question. Is your athlete suffering from any of these two when we talk about focus and or distraction? Are they distracted by the coach? Are they distracted by the coach because they feel like anything that they do wrong, they're going to come out? Are they distracted because they're not focusing, laser beam, they're not focusing on the game at hand and on their responsibilities at hand? They're focusing on fog lights. And then there are just some people that just have their regular lights on. Does that make sense? It's certain people that drive in the fog and they may just have their regular lights on. Some people may have their fog lights, but then some people, right, get that laser beam and they're laser focused. But is your athlete distracted because they think they're going to come out each and every trip up the court? Is your athlete constantly looking over at the bench when they feel as though they've made a mistake? That's a distraction. And guess what? No athlete can be confident. That laser, that's where the confidence is built. Because I have to get this thing done. But if they're constantly looking at the bench, right? When you watch basketball today, over the weekend, if it's high school, college, pro, whatever it is, look and see how many people are looking over at the bench. And I assure you, those people that are looking over at the bench constantly are probably not as confident as they need to be as successful as they want to be. I'm going to say that again. They're probably not as confident as they need to be as successful as they want to be. So are they looking over at the bench? That's one. And then the second thing, are they looking over at you in the stands because they've heard those conversations on the long ride home, or that energy, that attitude, right, has kind of permeated out of your mind into their mind, right? You need to shoot the ball more. You coach need to let you loose, right? You ain't able to play your game. Whatever all these excuses are that's hurting your athlete's confidence, possibly, are they focusing on you during the game, thus making them distracted? I made a video about this like last week, a couple weeks ago. It's a turnoff for college coaches that come out and recruit, or come out and evaluate, or come out and scout, because those are three totally different things. Scouting someone, evaluating someone, and recruiting someone are three totally different things. But are they distracted because they're looking at you in the stands every time up and down the court? It's a turnoff, because nobody on the coaching staff is in the stands. Not from your athlete's team. And furthermore, if they're looking at the coach all the time, they're not performing at their best. So now a coach sitting back that's scouting, evaluating, and or recruiting, as the new term now, red flag, that's a red flag, because that athlete isn't focused. They're distracted. And they're probably distracted because they aren't thankful for those three things: to be on the team, to be playing on the team, and the opportunity that it brings. Because if they were focused on those three things, that foundation, nothing else around them would matter, and they would be focused, and they wouldn't be distracted. Then they would be more confident. And in that confidence, they'll perform better. I hope this is making sense. Thanksgiving is not just a day, it's a mindset, it's a way of life. It's a way of life, right? Like what are they focusing on? Silver says exactly. Most athletes expect things to be handed to them. It's not gonna happen that way. Silver, it's the microwave generation. Give me, and I need it now. I need 30 seconds. I need it to be warmed up. Now you need to put that thing in the pot or in the slow cooker and let it take place, right? I'm gonna come on here another day and we're gonna talk about delayed gratification. San Diego checking in. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Coach. Here he is, Coach Edgecombe. I just talked about it, right? I saw his post earlier from Chicagoland, now in Texas, right? I can't stand a player that's constantly looking in the stands. He about to have a seat, right? So what Coach Edgecombe posed earlier that actually inspired this second half, because I'm at 24 minutes now, I'm 9 minutes over, right? I want to talk about three things that your athlete needs to be focused on, or thankful for and grateful for. Thankful and grateful to be on the team, thankful and grateful to play on that team, and thankful and grateful for the opportunity that it brings them. But if they don't have those three things in order and in mind, what are they focusing on? And so to Coach Edgecombe's point, his was he doesn't like when coaches pull athletes out for one or two mistakes. But guess what? Is your athlete giving all that they can, or are they just making mistakes? And so, again, some coaches don't understand that they're tearing their athletes' confidence down because they're taking them out. I played a coach at one school at one point in time. I'm not going to say his name. But he pulled players out. They were playing musical chairs. A turnover, a missed shot, whatever. But this coach ego was so big. Me and my coaches felt sorry for his athletes because he was like, oh, come on out. Oh, no, you like for everything. And then you wonder why they never won it. Like they went that entire college season, they never won a game. So athletes' confidence can be hindered, can be destroyed because coaches are pulling them out. But let me help you help your athlete. Everybody comes out the game every once in a while. But if your athlete wants to overcome their coach just constantly taking them out because their coach ego may be so big, right? And I understand. Don't keep making the same mistake. And sometimes you have to come out so that we can get refocused, so that we can get your mind renewed, so that we can have some sort of self-assessment. Like, hey, why did you do that? What did you see? What can you do better? Maybe you just need to come to the sideline so you can watch the game as a coach. See, when athletes are sitting on the bench or even when they're at a game, they're watching the game as a player. Players watch the ball. Coaches watch the game. Officials watch areas. Players watch the ball. All they care about is where's the ball, who's scoring the ball, right? Coaches watch the game, the entirety of the game. Officials watch areas. Have your athlete this weekend start watching the game as a coach. When they're on the bench, they should be watching the entire game, not just following the ball. But if your athlete wants to overcome, if your athletes want to overcome these three things, or their coach constantly pulling them out, or even if they need, right? If they want to overcome the coach pulling them out, but if they need to overcome you, coaching them from in the stands, now they're constantly looking at you, which is a distraction. Here's three things that they can focus on. Again, it goes back to that focus, don't it? If they focus on playing hard, they focus on playing defense. And then if they focus on making their free throws, the coach has to play them. I just gave you the cheat code. I just gave you the cheat code for your athlete. Again, the information is free. Sometimes the implementation costs. Most times the implementation costs. If they play hard, because out of those 15 players on the team, everybody not going to play hard the whole game. So someone has to come out because they're not playing hard. But here's the other side of playing hard. If you play hard, you have to come out so that you can get a breather. But with that breather, because you're playing hard, or with that substitution because other players aren't playing hard, if your athlete plays hard, again, if it's 10 seconds there in the game, again, it goes back to the foundation, being thankful to play. So now if they get in the game and they're playing hard, the coach always wants somebody in the game that's playing hard. So even if you've had a few turnovers, right? If your athletes had a few turnovers, if they've missed a few shots, if they've missed a few defensive assignments, missed a few plays, called right, wrong screen, right, didn't get the rebound. Those things happen in the course of a game. We're all human. But if they play hard, the coach has to put them back in because the coach wants players that play hard. And now if they're playing defense, right, you should play hard. That's a non-negotiable. Mm-hmm. Playing defense is a non-negotiable. Defense wins championships. Not just games. Defense wins championships. So does free throws. Coaches understand that. A lot of coaches now just want to outscore somebody. But those coaches that are winning championships, if you go look in college, if you go look, right, Baylor, right? If you look at Gonzaga, they was outscoring everybody. Baylor won a national championship because they was able to defend anybody. Again, it's a mindset. Are you looking to outscore people or are you looking to stop people? I'm from the old school. We're going to stop you. All that looks good. Them training sessions, all that stuff look good. But them chairs don't move. Them chairs in the training session don't move. Them cones don't move. Humans do. So if they play hard, if they play defense, the coach has to put them back in. And then the golden nugget, if they make their free throws, not only does the coach have to put them in, but the coach has to keep them in, especially when the game is on the line. So many parents are worried about if their kids start or not. So many athletes are worried about if they start or not. Starting, I'm gonna lean in a little bit. Starting means nothing. Starting a basketball game means nada, nothing. Get it out your head. My kid needs to start. What your kid needs to do is finish. Ooh, it's a difference. Stop focusing on is your kid starting. Is my kid finishing the game? Coach is going to have the winners in the game at the end. Coaches want to win in the end. It ain't about who's starting the game. Because I've seen on sophomore night, senior night, right? You start your seniors first whistle, they come back out. Because they don't play. Does that make sense about being thankful to play? I'm giving you the foundation. I'm giving you part of the blueprint. It's up for you and your athlete now to go implement that, right? Or you could definitely reach out to us at Who's Master. We can help you implement it. But don't worry about if they're starting. Worry about if they're finishing the game. So if they make free throws, the coach has to keep them in crucial times of the game because they can make free throws. And I'd be damned if they play defense and play hard too. Now they're focusing on those three things that they need to do. Now they're not distracted. Is this making sense to y'all? Right? I'm gonna go to the comments, right? Yeah. Are you finishing the game? Right? Just like period. Are you finishing the game? So hey, I'm 16 minutes overtime. I just wanted to come on here before y'all start eating, right? I gotta go finish cooking and everything, but I wanted to come on here and drop this, right? Because I wanted to talk about three things being thankful for, right? I sent the post out today. I sent the email out today about three things that I'm thankful for. But thankfulness and gratefulness is not just a Hallmark day. It's a way of life each and every day. But then Coach Edgecombe made that post, and I'm like, and I already know that Coach get it. But guess why Coach get it? Because he understands the importance of multi-sport athletes. That's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation. Right? Is your athlete just focusing on basketball or multiple sports that helps with other things? Yep. Nicole said, makes sense. Nicole, what grade is your athlete in? Is it your daughter or your son? What grade are they in? Right? This is my guy right here. Clutch and stick, really Greg from San Diego. There's an insurmountable amount of players that do not want to be an absolute pest on defense. They just all want to shoot right now, G. Right? It's equal to the number of offensive players that don't want to be pestered on and off the ball. All that fancy stuff they do in training sessions with their trainer, them cones don't move. So it's a lot of athletes. That's why a lot of athletes like to clear out and like to bag all the way up to half court to get a running start. Why? Because in training session, they're starting from half court, running to a cone, doing something. So that's how they're programmed. They may not understand how to make basketball plays, right? These are things that we help our athletes with at Who's Master University, right? Okay, your daughter's a freshman. Good deal. Good deal. But definitely, hey, definitely reach out to us if you would like for us to be able to help her implement any of these things, right? What we do at Who's Master University, right, is we help athletes become more recruitable, even if they're not 5-star athletes, because we help improve their confidence, we help improve their basketball IQ, we help improve their exposure, and then we help them become more recruitable in the grand scheme of things. All right. So listen, if you haven't had a chance to go check out my free case study at Be the Right Recruit, definitely go check that out. And what we're doing, right? We have a special 6-week cohort, right? We're unveiling this. We just unveiled it yesterday to our private email list, right? The other day I did a lunch and learn. I dropped it for you all early. But again, we're only taking 30, right? It's a special cohort. It's a 6-week cohort. And not only are we spending time with your athlete, but we're spending time with you, the parent, right? It's one thing for your athlete to learn what to do. But if you don't know how to support your athlete in what to do, or know how to support them in helping their IQ, their confidence, their exposure, their recruitability, right? Now you're lost. Now, again, they may be focused, laser, but you may be fog lights, and that long ride home may destroy everything that they've built up. Your comments or some of, the actions. I'm not saying that, right, parents are bad parents. I'm not saying that. But there's a certain level of understanding, right? Again, Coach Edgecombe, right? He has his sons, multi-sport athletes, but not only that, he's a coach. So he understands from a coach's perspective as well as from a parent's perspective, right, what both need. Does that make sense? He understands what the players need, and he understands what the parents need, what the players and the parents need. So this is why this 6-week cohort, we're only taking 25 individuals. We're only taking 25 individuals. Our Hoops Master University, which is our flagship 6-month program, right? We only work with high school students, freshmen through seniors, and we're really phasing the seniors out because at that time, it's not too late, but sometimes seniors, right, and parents of seniors, they're in so much of a rush. Again, that microwave generation, right, as my guy Silver said, right, as my guy Silver said, right, they want things to be handed to them. Well, senior year, not only be handed to them, but they want it fast. They may not commit to doing what's necessary to help themselves get recruited by senior year. But our Hoops Master, we do work with freshmen through seniors. This particular program, we're working with 6th graders through 12th graders. Special 6-week cohort, right? Our Hoops Mastery Fall Intensive. You can go to bit.ly/B2BSD fall, FALL. So it's bit.ly/B2BSD fall. All right. That'll take you to, the page. You can definitely go and get registered for that. If you want to lock in your seat, we start December 12th for this cohort, December 12th, I think to January 16th around the King holiday, right? 6-week. And we're going to help your athlete with those 4 things, right? And we're going to help you understand those 4 things as well, right? 6 weeks. We're going to meet with you and we're going to meet with your athlete to be able to help them, right? Uncover some things that'll be able to take them throughout this basketball season and then be able to kind of take them beyond. We've never done a cohort, but as we're evolving as a company, we said, let's take a small group, right, at a much smaller investment so that now we can work with those individuals, right, like your daughter, Nicole, that's a freshman, right, that may not be ready for our Hoops Master University full 6-month program, but the 6-week program will still do it. So if you need to lock in your spot, right? So the 50% deposit to be able to hold your spot, and then we can take care of the rest and payment plans. But go there and check it out right now. Listen, I got to get back downstairs. I've been before you all for 39 minutes now. I am 40 minutes, right? I'm 25 minutes over, but I always like to over deliver, right? I always like to over deliver. So if this, and not only in the 6-week program, but if you came on last week or sometime and I asked, is your athlete an introvert or an extrovert? And part of that mindset, that thankfulness and all that, they may not fully understand it if they don't necessarily understand how they are, how they operate. Right, exactly know who they are, how that relates to how they operate on the court, right? But we are also in our 6-week cohort. Not only does your athlete get the actual athlete assessment, but we're giving 3 extra for the parents as well, for the parents and the family. So now everybody will be able to kind of assess how they like to communicate, how they like to behave, and see how that can help your athlete. All right. So you are very welcome, Nicole. You are very welcome. Coach Peterson, man, Coach Peterson. Oh, there you go. He's in Texas too, right? Coach Edgecombe, Coach Peterson is in Texas. One of my clients as well. And so thankful. Coach Bailey, you have helped my athletes make themselves recruitable. Hey, Coach, as I said, man, you are coachable, right? You're a coach that's coachable. And so you're able to take that to your athletes, right? Happy Thanksgiving to you and Miss Portia and the family, everybody else. All right. So this is a special edition of Lunch and Learn, right? 3 things that your athlete needs to be thankful for each and every day. Being on the team, being able to play on the team, and just having the opportunity that comes with being a basketball player. All right, Coach Carvel Bailey, go register, right, for the Hoops Mastery Fall Intensive 6-week cohort, right? I ain't trying to sell it to you, right? You either want the help or you don't want the help, right? You got 2 options. You got the full program or you got the intensive. But I assure you, by December 12th, before we start, I assure you, this thing will be sold out because we're only working with 25 people, right? Coach Edgecombe, happy Thanksgiving to y'all, man. You and Darvin, man, y'all, got that Texas weather. I'm not sure what state you're in, Nicole, what state you're in, and I'm not sure if Silva's still on. I know my guy, Greg Clutcher Stick, he's from San Diego, and it's early out there in San Diego right now. It's about going on 10 o'clock, right? It's early, but he always checks in, always chimes in. I'm thankful to you all that you all have spent 40 minutes of your Thanksgiving with me to be able to get this information, share this information. So I appreciate it. Oh, we got South Carolina. Hey, this thing touches people everywhere, right? Touch people everywhere. And that's why with our Hoops Mastery program, even with our cohort, okay, Charleston, I love it. Even with our cohort, we're able to help so many people across the country because we are virtual, right? We are virtual, which is why we can help so many athletes across the country. All right. So 6-week cohort, we're helping parents and we're helping athletes. Go check that out at Hoops Mastery Fall Intensive. Y'all have a great Thanksgiving. Be safe. Don't eat too much, right? Get more vegetables than everything. But hey, do what you do, right? And I will talk to you all later. I am thinking about coming on and doing a special masterclass tomorrow. I only had a couple of people that were interested. But again, during this time, we're giving back more and more. All right. So I'll talk to y'all a little bit later, and y'all be great on purpose. Peace.
Yo, just so you understand it, this is Coach Carvel Bailey's program with the spirit of Bob Hambry. This is Blessed to Ball, helping athletes, and we represent. Study your craft, your mentality leads to excellence. It's all about your mindset. We'll never stop addressing this, so be positive and not a pessimist. Confidence took James Harden higher. If you really want it, it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard as carbon fiber, but we got you. From counseling to workshops, we do it. You'll go farther with a scholarship. We'll help you get recruited. Yo, anyone can dribble and shoot, but it's the ones who study basketball internally that make it to Duke University. Knowledge goes around. The game is played from the neck up and not from the shoulders down. This is Blessed to Ball, helping you with obstacles. The athletes are the rocket. Blessed to Ball is the rocket fuel. If you hit a wall, we can help you slowly climb it. So keep a Mamba mentality like Kobe Bryant. Blessed to Ball. Cherish the opportunities that you have. Blessed to Ball. Use your mentality to master the craft. Blessed to Ball. Come join our team. It's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play. Cherish the opportunities that you have. Use your mentality to master the craft. Come join our team, it's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play. Yo, Coach Carvel Bailey. Hey, listen to your coach, man. He ain't no scrub off the street. That man got credentials, academic and street. Believe it, and my name is strategic.